Hi everybody, welcome back to SevTech Ages, episode 29 with me, Sid, and we're still here in the Betweenlands. I'm actually looking, let me just, I put my, there we go, I need to get more of this balls of sap at some point, but right now we'll go with what we got, which is this. And I've done a little bit of work downstairs, so I've tidied up. I've made 14 benches. I've kind of straightened this out. That really needs to be fixed. I don't know whether I've got. Let me just check. Let me check if I've got enough for the old thingies I have. Excellent. Just because it'll bug me otherwise. It has no bearing on what we're doing. It also sounds like there's something unpleasant out there, but I don't know what the hell it is. Well, don't know. I ain't going to find out either. We'll just pop these back in, and the world will be good and happy. I'm telling you know what? A part of me wants to know what is out there. Swamp hag? Difficult to tell. Hup. Hup. I can't see. I don't know if anybody else can see. There's something peculiar over there. I don't know whether that. Difficult to tell exactly what it is, if it's anything that I don't want to be playing with. Oh well, no worries. We're not in adventure mode today anyway. We are. Nope, we are. I need to know. Something out there sounds adorable, and I don't like it when things out here sound horrible. I haven't got my wellies on. That probably is a mistake. Ow. Bloody nettles. Okay, and so what I was thinking is that the other problem we have with that is that doesn't look very nice. I wish I knew what was making that noise. I think that's just one of those toads, isn't it? Oh, very peculiar. Alright. It appears that it's nothing. That fly flying earlier, it was unfortunate. Yeah, so we've been faffing around for the past, what seems like an age actually, but it must be about 3 or 4 episodes in the Betweenlands trying to get the brewing sorted out. And it's a kind of a two-prong process, because we've been working on that at the same time as working on some of the rustic stuff in the overworld. Now what I've done is I've shifted my infinite water source down here. We've got this over here. This is just spare geckos. This is nowhere near. I mean, what we should get down to is about ingredients come down to about here. So we're probably missing probably about 18 ingredients at the moment. But what we can be getting on with is if we have a look at the aspects, aspect info. So Azuin is effects on the muscles. It's tier 1 aspect. It's found in these things. Are the one things I found, and you can use it for a tough skin elixir, poison sting elixir, slug arm brew, blah blah blah. Armanis is desire of being a thought. It's used in stuff like that. Biaris is again used in various other things. Berginaz is elements of water, which is a lightweight and heavyweight. Selowin is stomach, so that's tough skin, poison, hunger, so that's obviously a absorption potion. I would imagine, by judging from that. Bionis is the mine, so again, Ferganaz is earth, which is that. Furnace is fire. Frayne is vision, so again, things that could allow you to see. Geol is something enhance, so draining, ripening, decay, starvation, blah blah blah. Yoin is health, so that's ripening, decay, tough skin, and poison, sting. Yuginaz is the wind, so again you can find that in these. And urine is form, which is that. And if we go, if I can get myself back to the ingredient info, so if we have a look at, say, a spider speed draft, it tells you all about it. You've got enhancements, you've got this stronger is the draft effect, so you use Azuin to make it stronger, and Bionis to corrupt it. And Yunez is duration, so that's your glowstone redstone combination. Now there should be, as far as I'm aware, an elixir of healing which uses Yeowin and Ordanis, which is basically a regen potion, and it can have a potency up to 5 or a duration up to 5. We don't need to worry about the duration because we've got the rustic stuff which gives all effects a 10-minute. We've also got the one that ups it one, so it would go from 5 to 6. That would be pretty sick, and it's relatively cheap. So Yoin, we can find that in Bone Set, Cattail, Hanger, all of these things. And if we go over here and say we want to find Yoin, for example, that's 0.86. It's not brilliant. What we need to do, so hang on, we're just going to put that away. Lichen is 0.82, again not brilliant. 0.42, but these are the best two we've seen so far. 0.8s, 0.6, 0.8, 0.78, 0.23 on that one, 0.78 on that one. That's nettle again, so it's quite a few of these are common ingredients, which means that they're going to be very easy to get hold of. That's the nice bit of this. 0.59, 0.7, what was that? Bone Set. And yeah, so probably something like the, where were we? I thought there was a nettle. Was one of these a nettle? Nettle had 0.78, or I thought it was one of the mosses or something had a good, can't have lost it now. Algae was 0.83. In fact, that didn't have any downsides. There's no corruption in that. So we could go, because we've got a reasonable amount of algae, so we could take 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. We can take our 3 buckets. We might as well make 3 because, and then we can, and I made these oops, and then we'll jump on there and we shall go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we just got to wait for this to boil, which is going to take a short while. It's not really necessary to stir this just to do this one. You could go and try and make the potion directly out of the ingredients, but we're going to kind of use an intermediary step. And yeah, I'll wait for this to boil up and we will hopefully be good. Back in a moment. It's getting there steadily, it's starting to boil, and that is boiling. So you can see it's changed colour. We'll just let it run for a little while longer and then we'll get our buckets and we'll have that out. Doesn't take long to do this at all, and if you are looking for a guide on SevTech, Between Lands Infusion, are you not ready? No, you don't appear to be ready. Then the guide to watch is to Asgard. He has a brilliant guide on this, very comprehensive. Oh, we're not ready yet. Obviously not. Yeah, very comprehensive guide. Well worth watching. I remember I will put a link in the description, but I know me, I probably won't remember. So, but to Asgard, and it's just you go on YouTube, look for Between Lands Infusions, and you'll not go a million miles wrong. Yeah, back in a bit. All right, you shift and click, and then we're going to pop these into here. This is going to take a little while. But we should find that what we'll get is some alembics with a mixture of the items. So you can see these are ticking down. And what we're aiming for is ultimately these to empty and these to fill. So yeah, we're going to be working on that for a little while. This takes about a minute and a half, something like that. So again, this is going to be a comeback at that point. And what you'll notice down here is I put crates behind each of these, so we'll have a bottle on each of the things with the ingredient on it, and the crates at the back will hold the excess. And we are going to want a lot of excess because these potions are OP, to say the least, and they certainly will be when we start combining them with rustic potions. But this is going to take a moment, so again, I shall be back with you in a little while. Alright, just about done these two. There we go. I've done some angler teeth, so but first things first. 1, 2, 3. So you can see we've got 3. We've got Yowin, Selowin and Ordanis. And what we can do obviously at this stage is we can go and have a look at our aspects and go Azuin, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's the 5th one along for Selowin. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's our Selowin. Then we've got Ordanis is after Selowin. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's the 6th one after that for Ordanis. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then Yowin is, oops, no, let me go back. Come on. Is the next one after that. Hang on. Ordanis, Yowin, Eugenas, Urine. Eugenas, okay, fine. Yeah, that seems... So that looks particularly pathetic right now, but we can come over here and we can go 1, 2, 3 and get those. And 1, 2, 3 and get those. And then we'll get this lot going here and we'll run this lot through. This is a different series of aspects, so that's good, and obviously keep that going. So we should have the Yowin, which we can go and pop, just basically shift all that into there, and that's good. Ordinas, and that all goes in there. And the Selowin will go down here. So I can't get a full display here because we haven't discovered all of the items. And when we look at the aspects, you know, we can see that we don't have Yinrin, Rin. We do have Eugenas, we do have Yowin, we do have most of these, we have some, I think. I think there's only that one, maybe? Yeah, that one we can't do, which, yeah, we'll leave that last one there. But I'm going to try and populate this up a little bit, and I'll be back with you in a short while. Alright, I'm steadily going through. I've got another batch going on there. I actually cocked this one up, so this is not going to yield me very much of anything. But we've got Azuin, Armanis, Berganaz, Selwyn, Fernalaz, Freewin, Rodanis, and Yowin. And I've got another one of those. I'm going to need a lot of this one. Some of these we've got more than one of, others we haven't. That's the idea of the crates. We just store the excess as we go in. However, there's a couple of things that are apparent. One is we need to go through the list of ingredients, and there's a whole lot: arrow, orm, bladderwort stalk, blue iris, bog bean, blah blah blah, a whole load of things that we need to get. Button bush, copper iris, all of these. The other one is we are not going to have enough of these Nitrous vials. We are about halfway through. It doesn't appear to be a blood moon or anything at the moment, so I think I'm going to go out and probably try. I've got 9 of those. We need to get some more. Let's have a look. We need to get some more. I need the thingy for the thingy to make the thingy, don't I? And it's not using those, is it? No. Oh, we can grind that up though. We need to find the thingy for the thingy to make the thingy. Somewhere in here. There we go. So yeah, we're gonna need my well. It is night time. Definitely a night time period. So maybe going out at night time when we know what happens when we get one of those blood moon things may not be the best idea. May not be the best idea. And I know you're probably thinking, oh, come on, you wuss, get out there. But, you know, that death really hammered me. 12 should be enough, I think. 1, 2, 3. Just pop these on here and leave them running. So maybe wait until... I use the word morning loosely, but we definitely need to find some more of these ingredients, and we need to find some more of these stumps to mine out. I may just go over to the stump we've got and finish off attacking that, because I have have I got my wellies here? Yes, good. Yeah, I'm going to head over to the stump because that's not a million miles away. If things go pear-shaped, I should, in theory, be able to leg it back. That is the theory. The theory... Oh, pitcher plant. Damn it, where's my thingy? I know that's one of the things we need to get hold of. Thingy. Can't see my thingy. I don't think I've got my thingy on me. Going to go back and get my thingy. Yeah, so I'm going to grab some ingredients. I'll be back in a bit. Alright, well that was that was a relatively successful thing. I wanted to check something because I noticed there was a... There we go. And these, yeah. There was a recipe for ground swamp reed. Which seemed like it should be something we already had because it's swamp reed. Yeah, there's no use for that rotten food. I don't even know why I bother keeping it. But so we had that. I don't think that had any use other than doing coated. Oh, it's coated. That's it. Yeah. Okay. I think the majority of these didn't have actually an application, but yeah, Yeah, none of that comes and rings any bells. But the swamp reed does. So I would like to, in fact, I'm going to just do 8 of them, because that's exactly, that's how many you get off a smelt. And that will give us that. I got some pitcher plants, which was okay. I've got 2 things full of bloody wood from this realm now from getting this, but I have got a whole load more, and I got a 3rd orange beastie, so that was good. Let me just eat get my protein up. That should help. Yeah, protein, and now we've got our first set of extra hearts back, following the great death of previous episode. So we'll grab these. That should give us some more rubber. That'll give us plenty to be on with, and I'm going to continue on with the alchemy. If we... well, hang on. That's a problem. Let me take you over there. Can you follow me if I walk this way? Come on. Come on. Come on, little buckets, follow me. I know the way. Gecko is on it. I wondered why I could hear a gecko. Right, so that should be that done. We can start with those, and while that's doing it, I should be able to go and grab these 2. No, not quite. Almost there though. I'll get this rubber process. That will give us the bottles, and those orange flasks are going to be useful. So I don't think this is there any other. Not really. There's that which just goes into, yeah. So orange flasks it will be. Anyway, let me get these done. Back in a minute. I got the ground swamp reed, so that one is things. Oh, that one's eating its own tail and possessed. That's corruption, and that was the last undiscovered aspect. So that Azurin ordinance and blah blah blah. Okay, so I made a whole bunch of those. We have got these orange dendrithist vials, which we'll mention later. Let me just grab all of the things here, because I've got something going on. What we got? Celloin, that'll go in there. I didn't get a lot because I cocked up the brew. Because I only put 1 bark in. Ordinis is there, and and Bayoralis, which is going to be that one, isn't it? I think. Which will go nicely like that. Lovely, lovely, lovely. These I'm just going to place in there for the time being. So I've got what, 1, 2, 3, 4 more to get. I can't get that one because we haven't discovered it yet, and that's going to be coming from some of these. So I need to find out what's what and what I'm missing. I'll get that done, and then I need to really hammer the Yowin. I need to get 5 of those preferably. And yeah, let me be on with that, and I'll be back with you in a sec. Alright, there's 3 bottles missing. That because I haven't discovered it, that because I haven't got any spare ingredients for it, and that one because I haven't got any spare ingredients for it. And I want to keep at least 1 of everything in here. So for example, that's Yuginas, that would go there. That's the only piece of ground Maya coral I have. Similarly, it's the red snail shells that I need to get for the for that one. I've doubled up. I've made 3 of each, so I've basically to speed up this process. And what we are going to need is we are going to need to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. I'll explain why in a moment. So you can put 6 ingredients into a potion. Oh, yeah, muy bien. Interesting. Interesting. Alright. Okay. And basically you can increase potency or duration. So I can make a potency 5 healing spell, or I can make a potency 1 healing potion with a duration of 5. Now my thoughts are, because we need, it was Ordinance, wasn't it? I think was the other for one of them. And shift right clicking on there will give me 0.11 of Ordinance. We don't need any more than that. But putting 5 of these in will give me a potency 5 healing. So what we're going to do is we are going to put 3 buckets in here. You can put less in, there's absolutely no point, you might as well put the full lot in. And then we're going to put you in, oh hang on, it doesn't work like that. And then that and that. Now this one we are definitely going to need to keep stirring, because if you don't, it will go off. It doesn't need stirring constantly, but you know, if you don't stir it, it will go off, it will evaporate, it will burn, you'll lose aspects, it will become less potent. And there is also a chance of that gas cloud that they mentioned. Remember last episode I saw a gas cloud, I mentioned I've seen it, I believe it's called a breather or something like that. Apparently these can spawn from this process as well if you don't manage it. So we're basically going to run this through until we get the boiling and the colour change, and that will then go into, it will change colour more, I believe. At this stage that's not quite there. And then we'll put that into the infusers, into the alembics, and you know, we'll see what we get out of them. But I'm just going to run this for a little while longer, because you can see it is changing colour further, I think. Hard to tell sometimes. So I'll keep stirring, and I shall be back in a mo when we're happy that this is absolutely ready. It will basically give a sound, and there'll be a massive great puff of smoke particles come out of it when it is ready, and there will be a definite colour change. In fact, no, we might as well stay here. I'm not going to break, because I'll no doubt I'll miss the point at which we need to record. So we'll hover around, and eventually it will. You can see it's definitely changing colour. Getting these little smoke particles, and it takes as long as it takes. You know, there's no point worrying about how long this is going to take. It is going to, like any of these things, it's going to take as long as it takes. But hopefully we should be getting close. Look, judging by that colour. And then 1, 2, 3, we get the bottles back, and then we're going to pop. So this is, you can see this is ingredients, it's got the blah blah blah. So we'll pop those in. The infusion time is going to be 1 minute and 34, so I will see you in 1 minute and 34 seconds. Alright, 1 minute and 34, just slightly over actually, has passed, and these are ready, and we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's from 1 alembic, we've got 6 potency 4, 1 duration 1 elixir of healing. Potency 5, sorry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you see why I wanted my extra bottles. I don't know, what can I? No, they have to go into individual. That's fine. I put these shelves in because they, well, I think they look pretty sweet. Having all the potions there, and B, thing. Now, you got to remember the reason we have gone with the lower end potions, because what do we get there? 8, 16, 17, 18. So you got 18 things, 18 elixir of healing there, all potency 5. But combine that with a rustic effect of the, I think it's the berry wine. That will give us 10 minutes. It might be the wine, I can't remember which way around it is. That will give us 10 minutes of potency 5. Now, if the other one, the wine, works and gives you the extra point, it would be potency 6. If that works, may not. I'm not 100% certain on that one. I am curious as what we can do with this Selwyn. Because this is stomach, and we've got a whole load of those. So stomach suggests to me that it would tough skin, poisoning, elixir of feasting. Gives the stomach something tough to feed on, satisfying one's hunger over time. A combination of yaoin, ordanis and Selwyn is required to make the elixir. More Selwyn is used, the stronger the elixir affects, the more ordanis, the longer it lasts, and that makes it the elixir of starvation. So you would need a splash of that, and a splash of that. You could get a potency 4, one of those, which again, that potentially could be interesting. And we've certainly got the we've got enough, so yeah, that might be worthwhile investigating. Should we? We'll do that next time. So we got this. We've got this. We're looking pretty. In my opinion, we're looking pretty good at the moment. We could use another bag to put all of our between land stuff in, so we can have another thing, and we could do with a few things here. But I think next episode we are going to leave the between lands behind for a while, and we're going to concentrate a little bit on the astral sorcery. That is the quest line that requires our attention. It will lead us to the next stage, so we should reasonably be looking at that now, and that's going to require possibly which way am I pointing? We're pointing the right. Oh, for once it's not night time. That makes a bloody change. Yeah, we are going to need to look at astral sorcery. To do astral sorcery, we're going to have to go back to Abyssal Craft a little bit and possibly set up the altar. But there is a way to minimise the risk of the shoggoths and everything from that. So we'll need to do that. And then we want height. Now these we could go for, but remember over there, if I kind of bring this up over, I can't find it. Where are we? Over here, I think it was. There were some very, very, very high mountains, which could potentially be ideal for doing a little bit of astral sorcery. I'm probably going to try and emulate what I did with the astral sorcery in Rorax's server to a degree, with the platform that's above the thing, so we're spawn safe and we can go up and work, you know, to a heart's content at night without having to worry about getting our faces eaten off. Because, you know, having your face eaten off will offend. So if I want to make a backpack, it was just leather chest and an immersive chest to make the basic one, plus some leather cordage, wasn't it? And we got that. So we could start with a between lands one. But again, that's something for another time. These are still going. That's at 0.87. That's at 0.9. The Y, and obviously this is at 100. We need to get some more iron berries for that. Mead we will do, but we don't need to even worry about that until we start facing things that cause wither. So that's a thing. And blood magic most of what we can do in there is gated. So where we would be looking next is going to be down the liquid astral sorcery, starlight, and then get the starlight upgrade, and we're going to obviously need to do a few bits and get the resonating wand and all that wonderful stuff. I would like to do this extended crafting table, but I'm not entirely sure. Basic extended crafting, let's just have a peek at that quickly. Extended crafting requires a block of iron. We can do that. It requires a iron slate, which we need a black iron, which is crushed black quartz and iron ingot, and crushed black quartz. We get that in the I think we get that in the beneath, if I remember rightly. I think that's where that comes from. And then we need the iron rod. We need to get stardust, more of that. Iron rods we can make. I think we can actually do most of this. It's just going to require some work, and that will get us to the journey map side of things. But anyway, on that note, thank you very much for watching, guys, and until next time, I will see you soon, and bye for now.